Well, this is quite an honor for me this morning. I'm speaking with Graham Russell of the legendary band Air Supply. Graham, thank you so much for joining me today.
Stacey, it's a pleasure. Thank you for your time. It's nice to be with you.
Well, you are going to be in our area here towards the end of the month. You have shows in Regina and in Calgary as part of the ongoing tour that you have. How have things been going on the tour so far?
They've been fantastic. Very busy and some great shows. We've got a reputation for doing a lot of live shows. But we just love being out there and being on stage. That's the final payoff for us. But the shows are fantastic, and I think we're gaining a lot more new people. I always ask people in the audience if they've seen us before, and a lot of them say no, and it's kind of surprising. But at least we add them to our people now, to our fan base.
Well, your music has really transcended all the decades, starting in, 70s, 80s, and it just keeps going. So are you finding that people who were fans during that time, now their kids are coming out because they listened to their parents' music and they loved it, so they're coming to your shows as well?
Absolutely, yeah. We get their grandchildren now, and funnily enough, they know all the words, so they're not just a casual listener of Air Supply. They're deep, they're hardcore, and they know all the words to all the songs. It's pretty trippy when you see like a 9 and a 10-year-old, and they know all the words. It's just wow. You go, whoa, okay.
Well, what's it like for you, Graham, when people say that they have your songs attached to memories, whether it be, maybe they used it for a wedding or it was their song, right? How does that make you feel?
Uh, it feels really great, I must admit, but it's a responsibility. I mean, if it wasn't our songs that people were getting married to or doing whatever they do, listening to our songs, it would be somebody else. But I'm glad it's us because we're good people and we're very level-headed. But whenever I write a new song, I always think, God, is this going to be one that goes down through time? Or I never know. But it's nice that people of all ages still love the music, and that there's so many memories attached to every song in different ways. It's a great responsibility, that we have. That's why we take such a lot of care to when we play live to make it sound as good as we can, and we want to give people what they want, what they came to hear.
Now, you guys have been doing this for almost 50 years, which seems incredible because a lot of bands obviously don't make that. What is the key to still being successful and still having people wanting to listen to you after almost 50 years?
uh, you know Russell and I kind of sit down and think about it. Now we're getting close to that 50-year mark. It's quite an achievement. We're very excited about it. And you're right, not many artists get to that because they either break up or they don't want to do it anymore. But with us, Russell and I have this really great friendship that has gone down through the decades. And we don't spend a lot of time together when we're not on the road. So when we're out there, when we're doing shows, we have a lot to share, a lot of, what have you been doing? Because we both live totally different lives. So I'm interested in what he's doing, and he's asking me what I'm up to. What have I been doing? Because I'm always in the studio, I'm always recording. And then Russell will say, oh, okay, I want to hear the new songs. And so there's a lot to catch up on. But I think ultimately, Russell and I have a great respect for each other. I'm allowed to write the songs, and he's the singer, and neither of us want to do the other's job. So it's a perfect scenario. And Russell doesn't like to get involved too much in the studio things. He just wants to come in, and he knows the songs, and he wants to come in and sing. Then he wants to get out on stage. So that's good. It gives me free reign in the studio to do what I need to do. There's nobody saying, oh, I want to do that. It just doesn't work that way. I'm allowed to do what I think is right for the band, and so far it's been correct.
Why do you guys continue to tour? You really don't have to. You could just sit back and, sip your
Yeah,
coffee in the morning and watch the birds and enjoy life. So why do you guys keep doing
that's
what you're
what I
doing?
love doing. I love watching the birds. uh, we could certainly, but I think we've got a lot to say yet. You know, I still don't think we've released our greatest song. I know we've had some really big ones, but I'm always looking for that great song that will send us off into eternity, that we become legends. Because I don't think we're anywhere near that now. I think we've got a lot more to offer. You know, there's a lot more shows we want to play, and we're not ready yet to pack it in. You know, although we could. I mean, I live on a ranch, you know, and I could just walk around and get in my garden and do all that like George Harrison used to do. But I'm not ready for that yet. You know, I've got a lot of things to do yet, and I know Russell has as well.
Well, Graham, when the fans come out to the shows here in Regina and Calgary, what can they expect from an Air Supply show?
Well, I always say this, especially to the people that haven't seen us before, and there'll be a lot uh, in Regina for sure. And it'll be everything they don't think it's going to be. Because if people haven't seen us, they don't realize that it's a rock and roll show, and it's loud and it's in your face and it'll make your heart beat. And it's very powerful, very emotional. They'll laugh and they'll cry, and we take them on a journey. You know, because most of our music is very emotional, and it's like a roller coaster. We'll take them up to the top, then drop them down again emotionally. So it's a ride, and they're going to love it. But it's a rock and roll show at the very least, you know, and it'll probably be the best show they've ever seen, and that's a big statement. But you know, we've done almost 5,400 live shows, so we really know what we're doing now. We've got it down, you know. Yeah.
Well, Graham, I really appreciate you speaking with me this morning. And I know a lot of people from here and this area are heading out to the shows in Calgary and Regina coming up here at the end of the month. So thank you once again. And we really look forward to seeing your shows.
Great, Stacey. Thank you. It's been a great interview, and thank you for your time.
Close your eyes, I want to